This is Rickman, everybody. This is my boy Rick. This is my boy Simon.
Fuck yeah!
This is old Kirby. Hell yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. Oh, man.
Let's go over here. Doc Bowles. This is our medic, best medic in the world right here. Badass. This longshore right here, Grenadier.
All kinds of town.
SITREP after the war, it's essentially about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I opened up my Afghanistan laptop and my hard drive, and it's just loaded with pictures and videos and cool, sad, crazy stuff that I haven't seen in 9 years, 9.5 years.
Over here we got Thomas. Oh shit. This is my gunner right here, man. This is my boy right here. Hey, you got it, you got it. It's our crews. It's our sergeant right here. It's a big badass right here. Love this guy.
And after looking at the videos and watching him, it made me kind of miss the guys that was out there with me. So in a way, I kept asking myself, what are these guys up to now? I haven't seen them in 9.5 years at the very least. And I know that I keep in touch with maybe 4 or 5 guys on Facebook, but it was 26 of us. So what's everybody up to? So the idea of creating somewhat of a series / documentary came up, and in a way, 10 years later, I think it'll be interesting to see where everybody is at. Some people are still in. I know that some people are still in I know that for a fact. I know that some people struggled a lot with some of the things that happened over there, and I don't know what they're up to nowadays. And I know that there are guys that are doing really, really good. So I think it'll be fun to showcase the aftermath of I guess war, and how people are reacting to it, and how it's affecting their life in a positive or negative way. There's tons of videos on YouTube about people talking about PTSD and telling their war stories and their firefights and Purple Hearts and whatever, but there's no videos showing where people are at now in life. So I think it'll be interesting. So SITREP, in a nutshell, is the situation report that you give throughout a mission or a training exercise or throughout the day. And essentially, it's like asking somebody, what's your status? Give me an update. Did I ever have any thought about joining the military prior to the recruiter stopping me? Absolutely not. Coming from a Hispanic family, super close-minded, stuck 100 years ago, their mentality, and I think to this day my mom still thinks that, is that Hispanics and minorities will go in the front of the line and you get pushed to the machine guns and you're just gonna get slaughtered, and then you're never gonna come back home.
Grab me! To the left! To the left! To the left of the bus! Let's go! Hey, 45 back! Creep it!
My first impression compared to Iraq of Afghanistan, it was so much more of a bigger shithole than Iraq was. Iraq, you at least had buildings and somewhat of a civilized community going on. Afghanistan was straight farmland.
Holy crap!
That was awesome.
Woo! Extreme home makeover, sorry.
That was tight.
Yeah, we lost. I think we lost about 8 or 9 guys as a squadron, and my platoon lost 1, and that was PFC Scott, Bryce Scott.
Luckily, I was
super talented kid. He was a assault gunner or light machine gun gunner. And we went on a worthless 3-day mission. Essentially, we got on a Chinook helicopter and we got flown into the town of Bir Muhammad in Zaire district, Kandahar, Afghanistan. All right, go ahead. And I say it was a worthless mission because our mission was literally to go in, draw the Taliban, gather intel, and get out. We didn't do anything. We literally was just sat there. We were sitting ducks for 3 days, essentially. Shortly after that, we take small arms fires from the west, which later turned out to be a U-shaped ambush, west, north, and south. During that time, everybody's gearing up, getting ready to go out and essentially assault the enemy positions that we had already identified. And as we're getting out, we take very precise sniper fire, and PFC Scott happened to take one to the face.
Get medic!
The biggest thing about being deployed or at war, in my opinion, would be the brotherhood that you kind of create with these guys, because you have to go through so much shit daily with them. Sometimes you can't use the phone or the computers. You don't have internet in your tent. You don't have an iPad. You don't have Facebook. You don't have none of that crap. It's just you and 26 other guys in your platoon, and every single day you come home from a firefight and nobody gets hurt. It's a celebration, essentially. Everybody goes to the smoking area and then just bullshit and, oh my God, did you see that guy with the AK? And it's just fun. So yeah, it's a lot of bonding and a lot of getting attached to these guys for an entire year. when I opened my computer up 2-3 weeks ago, I had not watched any of those videos in a good 9 years. When I first came back, I was dealing with a little bit of depression. I had lost my best friend, Adam Hamilton at the time. He was stepped on a pressure plate. He was a triple amputee and died immediately. So I did not want anything to do with anything that would remind me of the military immediately following my ETS from the service. So I've never even thought about opening that computer until cleaning my basement 3-4 weeks ago, and for some reason I watched those videos and photos, and it kind of lit a fire in me, but at the same time got me in my feelings, because these are guys that we went through so much together, and I haven't seen them in 10 years here come February 2021. So it was kind of tough to think about how disconnect we've become with each other, because we went through so much together. We were a family, so now we don't get to see each other or talk to each other, which brought me back to the reason why we're here today. I would say 2/3 of the guys I haven't heard in years. So the idea with this whole SITREP after the war is somebody's got to have a phone number or an address or something, and I'm gonna find each and every one of these guys, and I'm gonna fly to them if I have to, and we're gonna talk about exactly the same things we're talking about today. Some of the struggles that they went through after deployment, how they overcame those struggles, if they overcame those struggles, or how are they coping with the things that they've seen or went through following our deployment as soon as we came back to the States. I know for a fact that some of the guys are doing really well, but I know some guys are not, so it'll be good to catch up and see where everybody's at.